And our audience is rooting you on, Carol. You ready?
Yes.
Let's do it. Let's open the board and get to the money cards. Come on over, Carol. Okay, another $200 in the game. Yours to keep. And now we're going to give you brand new money with a brand new deck of cards, all shuffled and cut. $200 on the bottom line. Bet that as you will with these 3 cards. When you move up to the second level, we add another $200 of betting money, and we'll give you 3 more cards. Your minimum bets are $50 until you get to the top card, the big bet, and there you must bet at least half the money. We're all rooting for you, Carol. Here's $200. As in the game, you have a choice of 2 base cards, and your first one is a king.
Great king. We'll have to bet the whole $200 that it's lower.
Gotta go with a big card. $200 lower than a king, and it's very much lower with a 4. $400 now.
$300 that the next card is higher.
$300.
Yes.
Higher than a 4? No, it's a 2. But you've still got $100 and a great card at 2 and another card here.
I'll bet the $100 that the next card is higher, Jim.
All right, come on, let's get it back. $100 higher than a 2.
Ace.
Oh, that's an ace. Good time for it to come up because we move the ace up here and give you the other $200 of betting money. Carol, you've got $400 and a great card.
I'll bet the whole $400 that the next card is lower.
$400 lower than an ace. It is an ace. $800 and you're looking at a middle card now, Carol.
I don't like 8s. I'm only going to bet $50 that the next card is higher.
$50. Higher than an 8. It is a 10. $8.50 and we're looking at a 10.
I still don't like 10s. I'll have to bet 50 that the next card is lower.
Let's get it much lower. $50 lower than a 10. It is a 3. Good time for it to happen. Good cards. Carol, you have $900. You must bet at least $450. You can bet more. With $900 and a 3, what's your big bet?
I'll bet it all that it is higher. It has to be.
We're with you. $900 bet, $1,800 or nothing on the turn of this card. Higher than a 3. Carol, those cards and you, my good, get over here. My goodness. How can anybody play so well and have such terrible luck with the money cards?
I don't know. Oh.
You still have $5,725 and a new challenger to meet right after this. You had to bet. Back with Carol Phillips. And Carol, you know, we often say that our questions test people's ability to judge human nature, and you do that very well. You get those questions extremely well.
Thank you.
I just want to compliment you after that, all right?
I need it.
All right, Carol, ready for a new challenger? And Janice, if you will, deal out the cards as we start with 2 brand new decks of cards and this challenger on Card Charts. Mike Southey. Hi, Mike.
Hello.
Nice to meet you.
Oh, glad to be here.
Would you tell us about yourself?
Well, I'm a police officer for the city of Los Angeles. I knew I'd get something.
Always get the reaction.
Married and have 1 boy. It's almost 2 and 1 on the way.
Good. Congratulations.
Thank you.
We did a poll of the, the Los Angeles Police Department. They got some interesting answers. Were you in on that poll, Mike?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. Good to have you here, Mike. Good luck. You'll play the lower cards, the blue cards. Carol, the champion, of course, the upper cards, the red cards. Carol, we come now to a crazy question. We polled 100 men. We asked them, for $1,000, would you change your name to Priscilla?
Oh.
How many men said they'd be willing to change their first name to Priscilla?
That's hard to say because even if your first name is something, you don't have to be called that. But I'll still say that only 30 would do it. 30 would change their name.
Now, that's an interesting thought then, Carol. So you can change it and don't tell anybody you changed it, right? Mike, she says 30. Higher or lower?
Oh, I just think of the song, My Name is Sue, and I know I wouldn't do it. I'd say it's going to be lower.
You say lower?
Oh, definitely.
Priscilla never. Mary, maybe. The actual number of men who for $1,000 would be willing to change their name to Priscilla is 15. It's lower.
All right, here we go.
Mike, we start off with a 9. You have the right to change it.
Well, I'm going to change the card.
It
Change the
almost
card.
sounded to me like you have the right to remain silent. No, that's you can
That's the
change-
line I use.
And we've got a 4.
I like that 4. That's good. I'm going to say it's higher.
Higher than a 4? Yes, a 10.
I'm gonna try it just to get her out of my reach, and I'm gonna say it's gonna be lower.
Trying to make a little space away from Carol. Lower than a 10. He does it with an 8.
All right. I'm gonna freeze right there.
And we'll freeze it as Mike needs just 2 cards for the first game in the match. Mike, we pulled 100 women and asked them, for $1,000, would you change your name to Irving? How many women said they'd be willing to change their name to Irving?
Really?
Yeah, we did. People think we're crazy when we ask them some of those questions, but we
definitely.
do.
I don't think women would like to have a name like that. I'm gonna say 12.
12. What do you think, Carol? Higher or lower?
Hey, I'm still going with my strategy that people, they don't have to be called that. So I'll say it'll be just a little bit higher.
You say higher. As I recall, it was 15 men. The actual number of women who, for $1,000, would be willing to change their name to Irving is 4. It's not higher, Mike. Yeah. The women are less greedy than the men in that regard. Michael, you've got an 8.
I'm gonna change that.
And it
Give a
becomes
good card.
a king.
All right.
Change.
That's in there. Like that king. And I'm gonna say it's gonna be lower.
Lower than a king? Yes, with a 7.
A 7. I'm gonna freeze.
You'll freeze it, needing 1 card. And again, kept Carol away from her cards. And Carol, we asked one, oh, I didn't know this was coming up. We asked 100 Southern California policemen, are you afraid of mice? How many policemen said yes?
I would think that would be very low. If they were, they would not admit it. I'll have to say it will be, I'll say 5 would say they were afraid of mice.
5 policemen said they were afraid of mice, Mike.
Oh, it's hard. I'm sure there's going to be a few that might be that way, but I'm going to say it's going to be lower.
Even lower than 5.
No, they're not going to admit it, even if they were.
The actual number of policemen who are afraid of mice is 2. All right. Mike, you want that 7?
No, new car.
And this could be an important change for you. It is a 3.
Good card, good card. I'm going to say it's going to be higher.
This is higher than a 3. You have the first game in the match. And you do. All right. Yes. Game number 1 to the challenger. Very nicely done, Michael. So, Carol, again, the pressure's on you. Let's get set up for game 2, Janice. And we will start with a question to you, Mike. As Janice fills in the cards, same 2 decks of cards. Mike, we asked 100 married women across the country, when your husband pays you a compliment, is it more likely to be for something you did in the kitchen or for something you did in the bedroom? How many women said they're more likely to be complimented for something they did in the bedroom?
Are more likely to be complimented?
Yes, for something they did in the bedroom.
That's going to be one of the toughest questions I think I've heard on this show.
What do you think, Mike?
35.
35. Higher or lower, Carol?
That really is hard, but all
many?
women do good things in the kitchen. I'll have to say it's a little bit lower.
You say lower. All right, so we're talking about the bedroom. Okay. The actual number of married women who are more likely to be complimented on something they did in the bedroom than they did in the kitchen is 40. It's not lower, Mike.
Oh, all right.
And again, the challenger gets the
Lady
first
Luck
look at
is
his
with
face
me.
card, a 9.
Change the card.
And we change it to a 2.
All right.
Great change.
Good card. It's going to be higher.
Higher than a 2. Yes, it's an 8.
Well, last time I wanted to get a reach out. I'm going to go again, and it's going to be lower.
Lower than an 8. No, it's a king. Mike, you took a risk and it didn't pay off, and that gives Carol a chance to play also a 2 and call this.
Higher.
Higher than a 2. It is a 3.
Higher.
Higher than a 3. A big ace.
Lower.
Lower than an ace. A 4. Still a low card.
Higher.
She's going to try it.
Really higher.
Than a 4. No! She loses all 4 of them. Oh! Carol, you were on a roll, and couldn't turn the corner. Wow, we'll be right back right after we take time out for this.